Salutations, everyone. Did you have a good November? Did you have a good Thanksgiving? Did you find eggs? He is risen. That's the payoff for a joke I set up in the April video, where I confused elements of Thanksgiving with Easter. So go check that out. I held on to that for 7 months. Anyway, how are things? I hope you're not sick of Christmas music yet, because we're just getting started. Wrestling is weird right now, as it tends to be. But November, I felt like it's been the worst series of Dynamites since I started watching regularly. So Full Gear fucking rock. There's a ton of stuff I'm really looking forward to seeing followed up on. Where does MJF stand with the Blackpool Combat Club and the Firm? Does the BCC even exist anymore? What's next for Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland? Surely things are just getting started for Hobbs, Joe, and Wardlow, but with Final Battle around the corner, are we getting the unification match I've been dreaming of? Or will Joe have a new challenger? AEW has course corrected and had Ricky Starks win the Eliminator tournament, and we can all hopefully just forget that Ethan Page push ever happened. The tag champs need new challengers. Will it be the Guns' turn, or is the allure of FTR bringing the AEW tag titles to the Tokyo Dome too strong to ignore? The fucking Elite versus Death fucking Triangle in a best of 7 series. Heavens to Betsy, for God's sake, get Bryan Danielson away from the Jericho Appreciation Society. On the bright side, this is complete. This is the last month that we're getting this video in this format. Thank you to everyone who's joined me for this series. This fucking mess. I'm going to keep streaming and making videos, of course, but in fact I'm hard at work on another big project that legally I'm not allowed to tell you about too much, but let's just say it involves the Metal Gear Solid trilogy. Anyways, what did we play this month? I actually have a little beefier of a list than usual. I started the month playing Metal Gear Solid Portable Ops. This game sits weirdly in the canon of the series because it's technically canon, but if it gets contradicted by something else, that's the thing that counts. There's even a line by Miller in Peace Walker that basically amounts to, remember Portable Ops? Well, fuck that shit. This title plays in the same style as Subsistence, and it's a pretty remarkable piece of software for the PSP. Unfortunately, I may have joined the party too late, having played Peace Walker and Metal Gear 5 first. It's cool that you can eventually get your squad to pick guys up for you, but I don't even drag guys around in the mainline game. In fact, there's exactly one guy in MGS 2 and 3 that I ever make an effort to hide, and that's this guy. If you're worried about someone potentially finding a guy you've popped, it's honestly easier just to pop the other guys too. The big boss half of the Metal Gear series has this huge problem though. MGS 3 was a bold move, shifting the series to the 60s to show the parallels between Solid Snake and his father, and how he went down the dark path he would end up going down. But we'll get deeper into that later. So, what did Boss do between Operation Snake Eater and the Outer Heaven Uprising? He built up his army. But we're making another big boss game. What should that be about? Let's have him build up his army again. Metal Gear 5 is next, and oh, what do you know? Mother Base has been destroyed, so we gotta start that army from scratch. Anyways, while it's definitely a cool attempt at making the series bite-sized and portable, they really crushed that concept with Peace Walker. Still, it's a cool piece of Metal Gear history that's worth getting a shot. Reverse finally dropped. I've been waiting 1.5 years for this. I'm not a huge multiplayer guy, but let's check it out. I can play around before my dinner finishes cooking. Alright, Eula, that's normal. Steam. Fuck. Okay, it took me 15 minutes to remember my Steam login, which is not good. At this point, the game offered to let me do the tutorial, which, no joke, the footage is completely corrupted. Sorry, gotta move on. Hell yeah, we get to play as my boy Hunk, and you know I want that Jack Baker. It me.
It's like a curse weighing on an entire landscape. And whoever goes too deep into this has his share of that curse. So we are cursed with what we are doing here. It's a land that God, if he exists, has created in anger. Taking a close look at what's around us, there is some sort of a harmony. It is the harmony of overwhelming and collective murder. And we, in comparison to the articulate vileness and baseness and obscenity of all this jungle, we, in comparison to that enormous articulation, we only sound and look like badly pronounced and half-finished sentences out of a stupid suburban novel, a cheap novel. And we have to become humble in front of this overwhelming misery and overwhelming fornication, overwhelming growth, and overwhelming lack of order. But when I say this all full of admiration for the jungle. It is not that I hate it, I love it. I love it very much, but I love it against my better judgment.
Alright, dinner's almost done, so let's get to it. What? Fuck. Alright, try again. Alright, my dinner is actually done. Maybe I can eat some before the game starts. Oh. Well, fuck this then. So I didn't get my Resident Evil fix, but some lunatics on the internet are making a legally distinct Haunted Mansion simulator using Unreal Engine. They dropped a demo for it and it's pretty rough around the edges, but check it out anyway. It's pretty cool the level of effort that was put into it. I don't even put that much effort into this shit. Unpacking is a cute little organization puzzle game. You act as someone moving into a new place at various points in their life. From organizing your childhood room, to moving into your college dorm, to roommates. You see this person's life develop. They have new experiences, relationships start and end, all through the lens of unpacking after a move. You even characterize them a little bit because as long as objects are generally where they're supposed to go, the game counts it. Is this character meticulously organized, or do they cram things onto shelves? Do they meticulously organize their books, games, and knickknacks, or just pile them up? Overall, this is a soothing, simple game that I recommend if you want something to click around in while having your morning coffee. It also ends with a song so disgustingly sweet I had to immediately inject insulin.
The moving truck pulls up, there's a knock on the door. Now all your stuff is here, in boxes on the floor.
I will never forgive Portal for this.
I want to be number one. How's that? Short and simple enough for you?
As veterans of this series know, I played Killer 7 for the first time earlier this year. The full playthrough, of course, is on the YouTube channel The Rudo Files. Now that game was all Killer 7, no filler 7. I had a hankering to check out more work by the enigmatic Suda51, so No More Heroes eventually came into the fold. Unfortunately, this one is Killer 6, Filler 4. However, the killer that is there is absolutely incredible. You play as Travis Touchdown, otaku wrestling fan, who gets honeypotted into becoming the world's #1 assassin. That bit doesn't apply to me because women don't speak to me. You use a legally distinct laser sword to kill your way up the list of eccentric assassins that are ranked above you. This game takes itself much less serious than 7 did, generally speaking, but there's still some really intense, awesome moments here. Where this game sort of fails for me is the open world setting, which could be cut from the game entirely without missing anything. Fighting the other assassins is league sanctioned, meaning you gotta pony up some dough to enter the Garden of Madness. This generally means doing odd jobs like collecting coconuts or picking up trash or doing assassination missions that are usually just challenge based and don't have anything to do with anything. It always feels worth it to do to move on to the next fight though. Overall, I definitely recommend this one. Also, to say the ending shits the bed does not paint a complete picture. The ending of this game shits into the bed without taking off its pants first. Full marks. This is the reason I'm going to write No More Heroes on the wall of every public bathroom I ever use from now on. I also played Hatsune. Well, friends, that was it. That was the final month in review video. We're moving on to bigger and better things. Next month, I'm reviewing the whole dang year. I got that Edelmay Eargate Olidsay project in the works, and hopefully I'm going to have something by then too. There are even other things that aren't even slivers of ideas that would be stupid for me to talk about. Of course I'm going to be streaming and making more video content too. I can see the future, and the future is bright. I was supposed to put sunglasses on when I said that. They're all the way over there. I'm not doing that joke anymore. Sorry. I hope you'll join us. It's going to be fun. Until next time, this is technically Rudo. Not saying goodbye. Just saying.
Such a pretty